Hi guys, welcome back to CountyLine Farming, and today we'll be taking a closer look at our New Holland Discbine 313. What do you say? Let's get to it. So this is a New Holland 313 Discbine, and it has a 3-year cutter bar warranty, so it still has another year on the cutter bar here. You can see still quite a bit of paint on here. Give you a little backstory on it towards the end of the video, but this mower is 2 years old, only been used for a year. And we're gonna go take a look at the two mowers we traded in on this one and bought this one. So we had 3 mowers and we're going to 2 nicer ones now. Trading in 2 of our old Discbines for a New Holland 313. So first we're going to take a look at the ones that we're trading in. This is the oldest one of the 2. This is a New Holland 1431 Discbine. We bought it 2 seasons ago for a 3rd mower for in case we had problems with the other ones, or if we needed a major part we can put on one of the other ones. Has really good rolls, and picked it up kind of cheap. Wasn't in the best condition, but it didn't need anything, so ran good, so we bought that. It was what we needed at the time. This is our Discbine that we've had the longest. This is a Case DX or DCX 131 Discbine. Bought this new in the early 2000s, and Dad's ran it ever since. Rolls on this are basically shot. So especially on the ends when there's more material coming through, so we're going to be trading this one off also. They're both traded in on the new Discbine. We also have a newer New Holland that we're going to be keeping, so we'll have 2 good mowers instead of a good mower and 2 questionable ones, I guess you could say. The reason we're trading these off is if you upgrade, get some quick change knives, a lot more reliable, easier to get parts for. Didn't have problems getting parts for these, but moving forward. And so we'll have 2 mowers that we can rely on, and we won't have to worry about fixing them on a weekly basis, because basically the whole year last year we had one of these 2 mowers broke the whole year. So we kind of defeated the purpose of having 3 mowers. Granted, we never ran 3, we only ever run 2 usually. We only got 3 going like once, but having 2 now, that'll help us out. So they brought this one today, and they took them other 2 today and switched them out. We got a decent price on them, and this one was also a very decent price, but the hitch is a little bit different on these. The hitch is on the mower, you don't have to put it on differently. Well, I guess you will have to, and then it hooks up just a little bit different there. But they're both, all of them that we have are 13 feet, and this is just the newer model. So now we have 2 New Holland mowers. So this one was actually on YouTube, Ohio Dairy Boys. They traded this one in, a county over actually, and they ended up buying a Fendt tractor and running triple mowers last year, and they traded this in. They bought it the year before brand new, and our local New Holland dealer had it, and we picked it up about 2 months ago, and they just got around to bringing it here. Pretty clean. They just got a little dirty from today, it looks like. So since the mower's 2 years old and only ran over about 600 acres, it's in really good condition. If you guys go back far enough, you guys can see when we bought the other New Holland mower about 2.5 years ago now. It's very similar to this, just not quite as nice, and we got it in similar condition. So this one would be a 2021 model. So these mowers, you need 2 hydraulic remotes. There's 3 hoses. The one side just gets 1 hose, and they are 1000 RPM shafts. It'll be hooked up to the 4440 most of the year. They actually just came out with a newer style mower, newer than this. The front's yellow now. It's just a little bit different, but this is basically one of the newest ones you can get. Still has quite a few greasers, just like the other ones. Go around. We usually grease it daily, actually. Some people don't grease it that often, but we like to keep them in tip-top shape. As I talked about over there, you know, we just had tearing them apart on the weekly, dropping cutter bars in them last year, them 2 older mowers, and we never needed 3 mowers. We needed 2 a couple days, and you gotta have 2, because if one goes down, you're gonna need another one. So we're debating to go to a self-propelled or something like that, but found this. That way we got our, this would be first mower, and then we'll probably have the other mower on the 4620 power shift or something like that if we need to keep mowing. So got brake lights and lights you can hook up also to it. The stops are the same as the New Holland mower, so they just go under the cylinder right there. And actually on these, it looks like the wheels are on the opposite side. On the other ones, the wheels were on the outside, but the wheels are in the inside. It gives you more room. That way you can have a wider swath here. So I like that. You can actually put this here down all the way, and it'll give you, looks like right around 11 foot of windrow if you really needed to. And you can narrow that all the way up to 2 feet, and you got all kinds of adjustment there on it. Just a little bit smaller tires, but it doesn't really matter. It shouldn't be wet when you're in there mowing anyways. So another big thing with this mower compared to all the other ones, they have what's called quick change knives. There's a tool, all you gotta do is put this in here, and it separates these 2 pieces, and you can get this knife, and you can switch it within a few seconds instead of having an impact and a wrench and worrying about the heads of the bolts being stripped off and everything. So that'll be nice, especially in triticale when we have a few rocks in the field. If you hit them in the spring, it'll be no big deal. We have around 210 acres of triticale this year, and about 225 of hay. So add them 2 numbers together, that's how much we gotta run across. Ideally within 2.5-3 week period, but that very rarely happens, but you always hope you can get that done. Here's the tool actually for it. Slip this in, just keep it on the mower here. This goes in between them 2 pieces. You push down and you can slip that new knife in, so that's another benefit. They also have this is the smallest one you can get, that's a center pivot. You can get I believe 10, 11 and 12s, something like that, and those are all off to the side, and you just mow off to your right side. They also have a 16-foot model, but this was our right thing, so we ended up just going with this. 16 feet's pretty wide for getting down the road. 15 feet's plenty wide going down the road also. They also have some crone mowers you can have. Them are like 20 feet wide. I think MacDon and Vermeer makes them too. They'll actually center pivot and go the other way. They're 20 feet, and you got 2 10-foot swaths. Those are like 80,000 new, and that didn't really work out. We can have one guy mowing the whole day while we're chopping the whole day, and he can keep up with the chopper and no problem there. And if for some reason something happened, he can just grab another mower. My uncle Stan does most of the mowing when we're chopping, so he'll have lots to do mowing, and hopefully we can have a decent spring chopping. We won't have to worry about dropping cutter bars all the time and working on them at 9 o'clock at night because we need the mower the next day or something. And so that'll definitely be nice. So had the Gator a couple days. We're still breaking it in, working all right. So like I said, this will mainly be ran on the 4440. That's just a bigger tractor. Put the 4430s, 1 on the bagger, 2 on wagons, and 4240. And backup is 4020 and 1066 for the wagon detail this spring. So it's very similar. Looks like it pivots right here also. Maybe. Yeah, pivots right there. The other one just pivot at the drawbar, so that'll take some wear off the pin. Since you're not moving there, you have a grease point when you're pivoting, so a little bit different there, but it's also better on the PTO shaft. See how much smaller this one is. Them other ones are super huge and kind of a pain to deal with. And the shields always come off of this one and gets wrapped up with twine, so that'll be nice also. Or not twine, but feed or whatever. So I got a little thing here that comes around. You take your hoses out, and then this holds your hoses up, so that'll be nice. You don't have to worry about them getting wrapped up in there. It also comes with a toolbox. All the other ones did also. Keep all your stuff in there. Got a nice and tall jack to it. It's back here, so you don't have to worry about it being in the back of the tractor. That'll be nice. So not sure, the jack does go up there, so it's out of the way then. Yes, if you got two people hooking up, somebody can be back here, somebody's up there, you know. So got a few grease points in through here. Quite a few grease points on these. I assume you still got a greasy. Guess we can look. Yep. So just a little thing in there that you put in, keep these shields on. We'll talk more about it when we get to running it and see how it all works. Basically, it will be the same as the one we got right now, just a little bit nicer. Proudly made in PA, so Pennsylvania, so not too far from here. So then it says Wisconsin up here, so it's made in one of them two states. So anyways, that's the New Holland 313 Discbine, and we'll be breaking her in here in hopefully a month and a half or so. It's the 6th or so now. It's supposed to be a really nice next couple weeks, so we might have an early spring, but yet to be determined. So this mower was mostly ran on what I call boxcar magnums, the magnums from the 90s, maybe some late 90s, but like the 7230s, something like that is mostly what the Rups ran on this mower. So it's very similar horsepower, just they were front wheel assist tractors, I guess would be the only difference really. So these mowers are made to run decent speeds across the field and do a nice job, especially in second cutting they shine. But we'll test her out in sedan grass. Probably have some sedan grass. We might not plant any in the spring, but we'll for sure have some planted in some wheat stock, wheat stubble, I guess. For sure we'll have some planted, but not sure exactly when, just depending on how much this triticale is. So we'll for sure test her out then. So they just got this nice little hydraulic door. It's almost like a door you would have on a tractor cab door. Just opens up, no latch or anything. It's just hydraulic cylinder, so it stays, you can open it real easy. Access your belts on the side. It doesn't look like they have a belt up top anymore, so they did change a few things up there also. And that's how you can adjust your belt if that ever gets a little bit loose. So if you do need to change how far out you're shooting it, you can change this so you can go all the way down with it, and it'll miss this deflector here. Or you can have it up farther, and that'll just run it more on these deflectors and keep it in the window the way you want it. So this actually opens up. They don't have any of them little clips on them like they used to. The mechanism to open and shut it's just a little bit different. Looks like it latches. Jeez. Looks like it latches down here. About falls on you. Anyways, this is all plastic now instead of metal. Just kind of a two-piece folding design mechanism there. That way you can get in here. I think it does open up maybe a little bit more, and get in here a little bit better maybe too. So these will just turn. This will be turning this way. Your PTO will be running this super fast, and every one, see this one's going left and right, and these ones are going up and down, so they are cutting the whole swath, but you are missing hitting them when they come across. And then it'll see these outside ones kick it in, and then they'll all run through the rollers on the back there, and that crimps it good. If you don't have a roller on the mower, it just leaves it whole stock. Takes longer to dry out. Some people run a metal roller. A lot of guys run flail mowers. We think the rubber ones probably work the best. Metal flails also work relatively decent, not quite as good, but Some guys run steel rollers. Those are just a little bit more expensive and chop it up a little finer, but roller ones work perfect for what we're doing, for the feed we're making. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.